Welcome to the Dr. Rcraft CSS box model tutorial. In HTML, all elements shown on the page can be considered as boxes. In CSS, the term box model is used when talking about the design and layout of the HTML. The CSS box model can be visualized as a box wrapping around an HTML element. It contains margins, borders, padding, and the main content. Thanks to the box model, we can add a border around some elements and add spacing between elements. Below is an illustration of the box model. Now let's view the box model in a live example. Let's start with the content, where text and images appear inside the element. You can see we have set the width of the content area to 300 pixels. Let's try increasing this to 500 pixels. You can see the width of the element has changed, but the height of the element has as well. That's because we haven't actually specified a height yet. Now you can see the height is 300 pixels. And now let's move on to the padding. The padding clears an area between the border and the content. You see here the padding is 15 pixels. We can increase this. Now there's a lot more space. Or we can try decreasing this. There's a lot less space. Now let's move on to the border. It creates a border that surrounds the padding and the content. Now, as you can see, the border is 20 pixels solid green. We can increase this. That's a little bit too much. Now that looks better. And the margin clears an area around the border, padding, and content. You can see here the margin is 25 pixels. If we remove the margin entirely, then this is how the div element looks. One of the reasons why it's good to understand the box model is so you can find the total width and height of an element. You can see this image and this div element both have a total width of 400 pixels. So how do we know that both of these have a total width of 400 pixels? Well, first of all, the edges line up, but to find the width of this div element, let's do the math. So the width of the content is 350 pixels, and then the left and right paddings, which are 15 pixels each, and we multiply 15 by 2, that gives us 30, and 350 plus 30 equals 380. And now the left and right borders, which are 10 pixels each. So 10 times 2 equals 20, and 380 plus 20 equals 400. And finally, the left and right margins, which in total are 0 pixels. So 400 plus 0 equals 400. And that's how we know this div element has a total width of 400 pixels. If we set the width of the content area to 400 pixels, you can see that the edges no longer line up. This concludes the CSS box model tutorial. Thank you very much for watching.